Welcome to my YouTube channel, Family Drama Files. Please like, share, subscribe for more emotional videos.
I never imagined the worst day of my marriage would become the day that saved my life. My wife drove away after leaving me alone, at a deserted bus stop with no money, no phone, and no way home. I thought I had lost everything. Then a blind old woman quietly reached for my hand and whispered, "Act like you are my brother. My driver is coming. Your wife will regret what she did today." I had no idea who she was, but what happened next shocked everyone, including my wife. My name is Victor. I had been married to my wife Karen for 7 years. At first, we built our life together with love and trust. But after I lost my management job during company layoffs, everything changed. Karen became cold. Every conversation turned into an argument. She constantly reminded me that I was no longer successful. I believed things would improve if I kept trying. One Saturday, we were driving home after visiting her relatives. The argument became worse than ever. She accused me of ruining her future. Then she suddenly pulled over beside an old bus stop outside the city. She threw my wallet onto the seat, grabbed it again, and smiled, before driving away with my phone and my money. Her final words echoed in my mind. "Maybe now you will learn what being worthless feels like." I stood there in complete silence. The buses had already stopped running for the evening. There were only a few empty benches and an elderly blind woman sitting quietly with a walking cane beside her. She turned toward me and softly asked if I was all right. I forced a smile and told her I would survive somehow. After a few moments, she leaned closer and whispered something that made no sense at first. "Act like you are my brother. My driver will arrive in a few minutes. Do not ask questions." Before I could respond, she gently held my arm. A black luxury car arrived. The driver stepped out immediately and respectfully greeted the woman. He looked at me and nodded without asking anything. We both entered the car. During the drive, the woman introduced herself as Eleanor. She thanked me for helping her feel safe because she had noticed a suspicious man watching the bus stop. She admitted she was not completely helpless. She owned one of the largest family investment companies in the state. Despite her blindness, she carefully observed people through their voices and actions. When we reached her estate, she invited me inside. Over dinner, she asked about my life. I told her everything honestly, including how my wife had abandoned me. I expected pity, but instead she smiled and said, "Sometimes people reveal their true character when they believe you have nothing left to offer." The next morning, Eleanor asked whether I would consider helping her foundation manage community projects. Because she trusted honest people more than impressive resumes, I accepted. Over the next several months, my life changed completely. I worked harder than ever. Eleanor became a mentor who believed in integrity above wealth. Under her guidance, I earned a leadership position managing charitable investments and business operations. Meanwhile, Karen heard rumors that I was working with one of the most respected business families in the region. She suddenly started calling every day. She apologized and claimed she had made a terrible mistake. She wanted another chance. I agreed to meet her at a public charity event organized by Eleanor. Karen arrived expecting an emotional reunion. Instead, she watched as business leaders, local officials, and community volunteers greeted me with respect. Eleanor stood beside me and introduced me as the director responsible for expanding programs that had already helped thousands of struggling families. Karen looked completely stunned. She quietly asked if we could start over. I calmly replied that I had already started over. The difference was that this time, I chose people who believed in me before success returned. She lowered her head and walked away without another word. As Eleanor smiled, she whispered the same sentence she had spoken at the bus stop. "I told you your wife would regret leaving you." That day, I finally understood that real wealth is not measured by money. It is measured by the people who stand beside you when you have nothing. Sometimes the greatest blessing arrives disguised as the worst moment of your life. The people who abandon you during your darkest hour may unknowingly push you toward a future far greater than they ever imagined. Never let someone else's opinion define your value, because character always outlasts temporary success. Please like and subscribe.